Universities are dealing with the fallout of moving students off campus, some issuing refunds for various fees. Our national investigative team looks at how higher education handled the end of this school year and what might happen in the fall. Here's Investigate TV's Lee Zurich with our COVID-19 tracker.
You believe there will be college on campus in some capacity in the fall?
I do.
West Virginia President Gordon Gee thinks his university this fall might offer a hybrid education, smaller classes in person, larger lectures online.
I think we've been moving for some time toward a hybrid type of educational experience. I think this just accelerated. I think that this has accelerated many of the things we were going to do in education by about 10 years.
He hopes the final decision on what the fall will look like comes by June 1st. And it will likely look a little different than it did last fall.
Probably so. I think for the safety of the students, for the safety of, remember, we also have older faculty. You know, the 18 to 22-year-olds, they have been, if they have it, they don't know it. Almost all. The real vulnerable folks are those above 60. We have faculty there. They have a 76-year-old university president. You know, they have me absolutely locked down with drones overhead.
Do you foresee some drop off in the number of students that come in the fall?
I do. I think if you gave me truth serum, I'd say yes. You know, obviously, we're working very hard not to make that happen.
Experts say larger universities like West Virginia will be able to survive a loss in enrollment.
Many universities are worried about survival at this point.
Education consultant Larry Ladd predicts reduced revenue could force some smaller private colleges to close in the next few years.
The smaller ones are, in general, weaker financially, and so a 10% drop in enrollment for them represents a very substantial hit on revenue.
The COVID-19 pandemic has already cost colleges money in refunded dorm, meal, and student fees. We contacted 353 Division I schools. Only 13 schools told us they weren't issuing dorm refunds for this semester. Among those schools, Duke and Texas Tech. 15 schools, including Harvard and West Point, said they weren't issuing refunds on meal plans.
It is a good rule to make sure your customers are happy, and so most universities are refunding on a prorated basis.
Gordon Gee has run 4 universities. He worries if some will survive this pandemic. Universities that rely heavily on international students might struggle, since those students typically pay full tuition. Regardless, he says every university will need to adjust to the new norm.
We'll have variations of social isolation, and until we have a vaccine and some clarity in this regard, that's probably going to be the case over the next year.
The North Dakota State Board of Higher Education unanimously approved a motion of support for having students return to campus in the fall while maintaining a safe environment for faculty, staff, and students at their meeting last week. There are similar intentions in Minnesota. Remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. Well, up next on Valley News Live at 10, shining the spotlight on high school seniors who've had their season cut short.